Hey everyone, welcome back. Happy Thursday. I'm sorry we're about 8 minutes late. I am happy to be here. I'm glad you guys are here. I see a lot of comments in the chat today, so looks like we're going to be pretty chatty and active. So very happy to see that. I'm going to bring on stage Jesse and Chris. What's up, guys?
Hey, good morning.
Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday.
Happy
Hey.
Thursday. It's been a week.
Yep.
It's been a busy week. I guess we'll just get right into it because we're already a little bit late. But here's what we've got going on this week, guys. Well, this is our 43rd call.
Wow, there's a lot of comments today. It's wild, actually.
43.
Yeah, 40 is pretty good.
Every week. And the tag this week is Prism Unlocked. So I guess you can figure out what we're going to talk about. We have been talking about every week for the past couple months. Or past month, it's been Prism. So let's get into it. What we've got today is, let's see, we've got introductions. Hello. We've got a recap on some AMAs that Jesse did, our ambassador program. Then we're going to get into Prism Unlocked, and then we're going to get back to work.
Yep. Yeah, today we're actually kicking off our content marketing to promote Prism. So we're getting a lot of really awesome comments online. So yeah, we gotta get right back to work after this. So
yes, very
yep.
much so.
Yep.
All right.
We're feeling extra dirty today.
Let me see. Hang on. Let's highlight this real quick. Nice. I feel like the glasses are so bright that it's adjusting the color on your screen.
Yes. yeah. Where's your cigar, Chris?
Those are sunglasses, sir.
Where's your cigar, Chris?
Right here. I got a cigar.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
There you go.
Are you kidding? We were up working all night. I've been chain smoking since yesterday afternoon.
Nice.
15. All right. Let's see. Let's get into. Let me bring this back up right here.
Cool.
Okay. So AMAs, Jesse, you did a few AMAs.
Yeah.
And so tell us about this one that you just did. What was it? Just yesterday? Yesterday, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was actually a lot of fun. You know, I embrace the chaos of crypto. So we're talking about memes and is it hurting the community or not? And what's the added value or the lasting value of meme coins? I think this cycle is a meme frenzy. Last time with the ICOs, I think what's the lasting value of all of them is that you learn how to build community and storytelling. That's what memes are really great at. And then also it forces you to have, be better because the whole Solana community has to have better infrastructure. You got to be faster. The wallet companies have to be better. You don't want your customers to get scammed. So the entire community just gets better and better with meme coins because it's so much traffic, so wild. It's like fireworks. You can't ignore it. It's just bright and loud. You can't ignore it. But it forces all of us to just be better, to get attention, learn how to storytell, learn how to build community, and also just build better infrastructure to support that. So I think that's the silver lining with memes. And I still think memes are awesome. I think the pump fund craze, it did hurt a lot of people, and that's not good. That actually turns people off from crypto. So I don't think I think it went a little too nuts, honestly. But overall, it's I think it is it's what keeps the lights on because it's the audience and people come to Solana for that reason. And so it's good for people who are building products on Solana.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was our talk. It was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Talk.
So okay. So let us know. Let them know where they can catch the recording.
Just follow me on X, and I reposted it. It was just a couple days ago.
Okay. So if you don't know, it's x.com/Jesse's Happy Hour. I'm going to put that in the chat. There you go. Jesse's Happy Hour. Here you go. In the chat. x.com//Jesse's Happy Hour.
Yeah. I'm only hungry.
Only
hungry from 4 to 6 and 10 to 12.
I let them
on the weekend. On the weekends, though, when are you hungry, sir?
Yeah, just eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
All okay. Right. Now we have another one. You just did this morning. Well, yeah, this morning. So for you, it was what, 7 a.m.?
Yeah, that was great too. So this one's a highlight of DePIN and the future of DePIN, and that was actually a lot of fun because they have some amazing companies and founders that were a part of that conversation. That was really early this morning. Yeah, I think
you do.
I think DePIN, I think DePIN is just a really, like, everyone who's in DePIN, the philosophy is like, instead of renting, you like, let's all own the internet together. That's what DePIN's all about. It's like, whether it's sensors or your phone, but everyone, like, the whole crypto revolution is like, it's your data. Someone needs to get permission to use your data, and if you do, you want to get paid for it. And DePIN is like, makes that really tangible because you have physical devices, and we all get that. So we have, whether it's your phone or weather sensors or helium or whatever. You want to build a better internet where everyone's empowered, and it's the world's knowledge, so the world should benefit. I always think that way, and so that's what DePIN to me is about, and that's that AMA this morning was all about that. So
yeah. Okay, well, that was really cool. And again, you can catch that recording, Jesse's Happy Hour, x.com/Jesse's Happy Hour. I like Mike's suggestion. We should do a live during a real happy hour. I think that's great, but I mean, for us, that's what, 4:00 in the afternoon.
It's always happy hour sometime.
It's always happy hour sometimes. So if you folks over in the old world can tune in at that, that hour,
yes,
then we could totally do it. Or we could do a happy hour in your. No, we'd just be drinking all day. We do a happy hour every time zone.
Yeah, that's called Happy Day.
It's just called Happy Day. Oh, happy day.
Happy hour. Yes, Happy Day.
Isn't that just called Tuesday?
yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, so those are two really great AMAs. And we've just been, I say we, but it's been, it's mostly you, Jesse. You just kind of been making the rounds because we've got, we've got a big announcement. We've got the Prism announcements. But we'll get into that more in a minute. Before we do, let's go into our UpRock Ambassador program. So we talked about this last week. Let me bring this up again right quick. Did I break up?
Just a little bit, yeah. For a second. You're fine now.
I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. We talked about this last week. We have our ambassador program. We have applications open now. So if you want to be an ambassador for UpRock or a country ambassador, let us know. We are in collaboration with the Super Team. So stay tuned on X for more information on that and how to apply. So head over to x.com/UpRockCom. And I'll put that in the chat. Although if you guys are here, you should already know this. So yes, I'm sure this is redundant, but I will put it in the chat anyway.
Sounds good.
For people for people who are watching the stream later. Anyway, if you want to join the ambassador program, come join us. And you'll see a lot of people who are in the chat now, a lot of familiar faces like Klaus and Mike. And I'm just going through this real fast. Sasha, Drew, there's just a bunch of them here. And so you'll see a lot of familiar faces, really cool group of people. And actually, while you're at it, if you haven't already, you want to join our Discord, you can also join our Contribute to Earn program. Because I feel like the kind of person who'd want to be an ambassador probably also be interested in contributing to Earn. So go check that out, x.com/UpRockCom for more information on how to hang on, I'm sorry. I'm hitting all these buttons by accident on how to apply.
Perfect. Yep.
All right. Okay, guys. This is what we came for. Prism Unlocked. So I see Dr. Gorkum was in the room, was in the chat. Blue Wave Lab.
Oh, he's here? Awesome.
Well, I saw him earlier. I'm not sure if he's he might be just a little quiet right now, but Dr. Gorkum was here. Anyway, Prism. Prism is our big product that we just launched, or we're soft launching.
Yeah.
I don't know. Will we call it launch or soft launch today?
It's a pilot program. Yeah.
Pilot program.
We've got customers live, but we haven't opened up signups to the wide world yet. So it's a soft launch.
But this isn't a prototype. It's not a demo. This car actually drives. It's a working product. It actually runs. It's full feature sets, and it's working. Yeah. So this is not a demo. There's nothing like that. This actually is powerful. Has a full features. But we are, obviously it's new. So we have a pilot program. We have some really solid partners that are going to help us test it out. And then I think in a few weeks, we'll have it self-service where people can create their own account and try it out too.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay, well, let's talk about it. So Prism is, well, we're calling it DePIN precision. Oh God, that's hard for me to say this morning. DePIN precision. And so this is the use of our amazing DePIN network that all of you folks who are using the app are contributing to. Yeah, let's get into it, guys. Who wants to take the lead on this one? Let's pretend like there's people who don't know what Prism is yet in the chat.
Well,
You'll go.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
So Prism is our distributed, well, Prism overall is going to be all of our data services. But right now we have launched the first piece of Prism, which is, or the first facet of Prism. Yeah, I like that. The first facet of Prism, which is our distributed uptime monitoring service. So for those of you who don't know, almost every website from big to small, certainly any big websites, pays one of a handful of companies to run their status pages to monitor their websites and see if they're up. And yet, overwhelmingly, the vast majority of those just rely on servers in a handful of data centers. So all you really know is, is your data center catch on fire? If a server in another data center can connect to yours, then your data center probably didn't catch on fire. And that's good to know. That's good to know. But definitely doesn't tell you much about how users are actually experiencing your website or your service or your availability. And so with the wonderful UpRock community, we've built out UpRock Prism, which uses our millions of real user devices to determine website performance and uptime and availability and user experience from real devices on real mobile networks all around the world. And this is way more powerful than anything that's out there right now. We truly believe that there is really no comparable solution out there. And this is something that's incredibly easy for website owners and operators to set up, just as easy as any other service. And it has all of the same features that they need, like incident monitoring and notifications and stuff like that. But it allows them to see a real-time, real-world map of how it's working. And I was about to say, gosh, Jesse, I hope you're pulling one up to show off, because it's way more pretty than my face.
Chris, why don't you first let's go over this boring, stale version. Every company on earth right now that's worth their salt has an uptime monitoring, because everyone's digital now. And they use something like a status page by Atlassian, BetterStack. There's like it's a $1 billion industry. You want to make sure your site is up, and you don't want to know it's down before your customers complain online. That's the power of uptime. You really want to have like real fastest response possible. Anyway,
yeah, so just to recap too, like this is the reason why we want this, is that it's very expensive. But anytime you have downtime, it's super, super expensive for your business or for your industry. In some cases, like retail, can be in the millions of dollars every hour that there's downtime. So you actually would want to measure it in minutes, but it can be at least 4 figures on average per minute that you're down. And
your brand reputation, when you're down, it's not good. So Chris, why don't you talk about like down detector, some of this current solutions?
So I mean, there's plenty of products out there, and I don't want to dunk on any one of them particularly, but they all technically, they all tend to suffer from the same design challenge, which is that they're based on centralized data centers for accessing the data, and they typically don't really they typically just have a single signal. It's kind of either green or red. Maybe they'll have a yellow signal in between, but they don't really tell you a lot about how the site is performing around the world. And they don't give you much precision. We've been using that word a lot lately. They don't give you much precision on what's actually going on. So this is an example. And this is what Prism does. It gives you a real map of real devices all around the world. And it shows, we can scroll down a little bit, it shows the actual distribution of response times, the performance by country, the performance by region, the performance by mobile carrier or ISP or section of the internet. And it does this continuously. So even as we sit here and talk for a couple minutes, we'll see additional devices connecting and checking this site, determining whether it's up or down. And the best part is that we power the UpRock tokenomics by performing these data tests. So this is one of the things that we talked about and we thought was important. We're going to show how much UpRock is burned on each of these public status pages that we're setting up for Web3 companies. So you can actually see how your contribution to the UpRock network is continuing to burn additional UpRock tokens, and thus contribute to our what we believe is a very positive tokenomics. But there's nothing like this out there where you can just see your site's performance real time like this. Nothing that we know of. With millions of real user devices on real mobile networks. And I just love this map. Jesse, I know you do too. Like, it can be so distracting when we're working on this. Sometimes I just check to make sure something's working right. And then I spend 5 minutes just panning around the map and looking at all the places where people have UpRock devices. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It is
It's a
cool.
map.
Yeah.
Maps are cool.
Guys, by the way, these purple dots are you guys. This is you guys.
Yeah.
We're cooking here to make all of us, earn passive income. This is actually how it works. Like, in a DePIN space, you have the supply side, which we're all doing. You can earn doing passive tasks or active tasks, play to earn, shop to earn, all these things. We have all those programs, but you can also just leave the app running, and we're going to sell this bandwidth, your unused internet, on your behalf, so you can earn some passive income while you sleep. And these dots are you guys. And so this is what's powerful. This is all real time, by the way. Like I said, this is not a prototype. These are actually real devices that are doing this. And this is what's powerful about this network. Before, like Chris said, you might know like how generally you're doing across maybe 20 data centers around the world. But if you really want to know how fast is your site, how you're actually performing in every single major country and city on earth, this is the only way you can do it in a cost-effective way, the DePIN way, the crypto way. There's no way.
Exactly. Well, yeah. And the other thing is, like, when we look at this, this is to cash no shade. This is the Solana Explorer. We've been working on them on adding this page for it. But if you look at this, like, the most recent result that's at the top of the page we're looking at right now is from Greece, and is that, say, 293 milliseconds. Now, overall, if you look at their regular status reporting page, they're going to be saying, oh, well, our response time's quite a bit lower than that, probably. And the reality is, yeah, if you check from another data center, it is lower than that. And that's a true statement. But if you want to actually know how it's performing for real users, well, this is actually telling you. And so one of the things that I think is super interesting is, even with fast, well-built sites, this is really showing the wide distribution. Maybe your median response time is 100 milliseconds, but even with the median response time of 100 milliseconds, you still start to see real clusters of users who are having a much worse experience from that we can detect. We can allow people to see, like, okay, in this region of Europe, our site isn't very fast, or our site is mostly up everywhere, but we're having a localized problem, a problem that we wouldn't detect any other way.
Yeah.
Plus, I want to point out one other super cool thing. Big mad props to Jesse for thinking of this. A lot of times people talk about AI, and maybe you need AI, maybe you don't. But I'll tell you what, when you look at this map, as cool as it is, it can be extremely hard to kind of get an at-a-glance view of what's going on. And so if I get a status email, and I get a status email with a bunch of numbers in it, and the status email doesn't say your data center is on fire, then I don't necessarily know what to do with that. But as part of the Prism page, we are feeding this data into a simple AI model, but one that's very useful, that can give, right up at the top of the page, a simple one-line summary of what's going on. So when things are good, you don't even have to look at the map if you don't want to. It'll just tell you things are good. But when you're having a problem, and we're going to continue developing this to be more and more precise, it can give you a real sense of what the problem is. When things are totally bad, it'll be like, well, everything is effed up, and then there's not much more to say about that. You got to go figure out where the fire is. But when things are only kind of bad, like no users in Germany were able to access your site in the last hour. Or something like that. That's the kind of thing where, in addition to having the fine-grained data that's necessary to make that kind of determination, it's incredibly helpful to have like a one-line summary. Because otherwise what happens is somebody goes, oh, there's a problem. We've all done this before, our own team. And you go start digging through pages and pages of data to figure out, okay, I know there must be some kind of problem, but what is the problem? And so combining all of this together gives us this simple one-line status update that just sort of says, hey, everything's great, or things are mostly great, but here's what's going on, or boy, things are looking a little wibbly wobbly, and here's where you should be looking. So this is a really great product. This is, as I said, I know of nothing like this on the market, and I'm super excited that we built this.
Oh, Chris, in crypto space, everyone says we're the world first. I mean, a lot of people do that. We really scoured the internet to see, are we really the first one to do it? And we really, really are. Like, this is a breakthrough in uptime performance, because in the past, it was just too expensive. People can do this, but they have to pay for proxies and you have to set up like another Grafana dashboard, and it's complicated. So big companies do this because they can afford it, but it's really expensive to have actual real people incentivized in some way to actually help monitor your network or your systems or API endpoints or URLs, whatever you want to monitor. It costs a lot in the old way. Now we have a token incentivized, a community-powered system that's real time. And it's not about just like reacting and complaining, and then you find out when something's down because your customers complain first. This is actually a headless browser in the app. The UpRock app just runs these sites in the background while you sleep, and we perform these tests, and we get paid, and then we pay you. That's how it works, which is cool. And then, by the way, this same system, because we're like, what are we doing? We're actually loading sites. We're seeing how fast it is. We're seeing how response times are. We're seeing what network, we're getting all that data. That same infrastructure now allows us to also scrape the internet. So like that is powerful too, because everybody's going to have their own AI agent, and you're going to want to have that AI agent crawl the internet like Google, not getting blocked. And the best way to have superior insights is to be able to have superior web crawling abilities for whatever AI agent you use, whether it's LLM or your cursor editor or whatever. You don't want to be blocked. And this is unlocked. The DePIN network, the UpRock community unlocks superior web scraping or web crawling to have really amazing AI agents that can make you superhuman. The third product for Prism. So now we're gathering data, whether it's for uptime or for scraping, to basically what's happening in real life online. You can actually reverse that and do stress testing and load testing. So the same thing is like, do you want to be able to know if you can your blockchain or your website or your bank, can it handle a lot of people just overloading it or cybersecurity attacks? Well, again, amazing use case, and it's very lucrative. We can make actually we have a couple customers with that actually pay for that. And you always want to know, can we actually withstand actual getting pummeled like with a lot of traffic or bad actors. And so how awesome it is to have a DePIN network to test your site with stress testing, load testing, and then we get paid for it. And again, we pay you guys in return. So this is the three core pillars of Prism: is uptime monitoring, performance monitoring, essentially web crawling, and then stress testing, load testing. Jenny, you're on mute.
Sorry. Yeah. So Jesse, you posted up a really nice post on X. Again, I keep plugging your X, but it's x.com/Jesse's Happy Hour. But you posted a really great thread today, this morning, right before the live stream. So I encourage everyone to go check that out. And there's also links to some of the live status pages that you can check out. So we got, let's see, I saw a post for Jupiter. We've got Jupiter exchanges. We got one for, well, I think we were just showing Solana. Which one were you just showing? You were just showing Solana? Yeah.
Right here. So actually, guys, UpRock community, how you can help us right now. If you're a company, if you represent a company that actually uses uptime services, most people do, just ask someone what service they use and tell them to check out Prism. It is a better version of it is the only way. Like there's no other way you can get this kind of distributed monitoring without a DePIN community. So just have them check it out. Also, call to action for the community here. Just repost this. Let's make a lot of noise. Let's get people talking about UpRock, UPT, and Prism, and how we're bringing a amazing use case for DePIN to the Solana community. And I think. Oh, by the way, today we have about a dozen partners. So we have Jupiter, we have DeFi, we have DePIN Hub, we have GeoNet, we have IoTex. All these guys we have status pages for. They're going to promote us today throughout the weekend too. So if you guys can just help amplify that, it'd be awesome. If you're really knowledgeable about the uptime or performance monitoring tools out there, it'd be cool for you guys to do comparison charts or like just do articles of like how we compare how a DePIN-powered uptime performance monitoring tools compare to the centralized servers. And again, like sometimes DePIN is overkill. Like if you're monitoring your mail server, or DNS server, but if you have high website traffic, mission critical endpoints like APIs, like Salesforce, you need a DePIN network to actually monitor in real time and let you know not just whether it's up or down.
Even for DNS, Jesse. I mean, if people are doing distributed DNS, they need to know this.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe mail server is an example of one of the few times when you don't need this.
Yeah. That's totally true. Yeah, and you can know how fast is your CDN really, like how fast is your actual content delivering to an actual person on their phone in every major city on earth. So Anyway, so call to action for you guys: repost, share content, talk about it. If you're technical, love to see the post. We'll amplify you. Just just tag us, and we'll totally boost you guys.
Yeah, and I think we are posting this, or have we already on Hacker News?
I think we're gonna post on Hacker News.
So if you're on Hacker News,
we are.
No, I was saying, I'm telling folks, if you're on Hacker News.
Oh, you're right.
Yes, there's some love there too.
Yeah.
We'll share the link on our X account.
Yeah.
UpRock.com on X. And so we just really want to try to get the word out today. We are, so we're looking on our street team, folks. If you can help us out, get the word out.
Yeah, Samuel. Yes, thank you.
Loving this new wave. Yeah, so that's the thing. The other day, I was asking Jess. I was like, "Do you think we should write a press release? Like, is that something that we do?" And what did you say, Jess?
No one looks at those anymore. So
who gives a shit about?
Who gives a shit? Yeah, exactly. This is more powerful. Community, live stream, just direct. This is the best. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the best. Plus, I also love the real-time feedback. I also love the real-time accolades. That always makes me feel good. I am very curious. Can you bring up the demo again? Or not the demo, I'm sorry, the live status page again?
Sure. There you go.
Okay, so I have some folks sharing where they're from, and I'm really curious, like if everyone sees, can identify themselves. Or I saw somebody say, "Oh, I'm one of them in the Philippines. That's me." And so, like, where is everybody from? Tag, take a photo of it, or a screenshot of like your. Well, you don't have to dox yourself or anything, but take a screenshot of like your location. Wait, who's coming in from the Philippines? Magandang umaga, everybody. It's nice to see the kababayan here. Kababayan. Kababayan, yeah.
Nice.
And I guess it's not morning for you guys. It's evening. So, kumusta ka na? Nice to see you all.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, guys. So that's super exciting. And again, so head over to prism.uprock.com.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the site. Now it's a pilot program, so it's not open for everybody to join just yet. But you can still just check it out. And again, like other call to actions, we're going to post on Hacker News. So if you're there, please join us on there and like leave your comments. And I think I just saw.
You can sign up. And by the way, we have a form. Excuse me. We have a form. You can sign up, get early access. So people are really, if you're obsessed about uptime, performance, and speed, like every company that's like, if you're, speed is a killer feature of every company, really. So if you care about that, and I think you do, then it's good. Just fill out the form. We would love to give access to you and get your feedback. Yeah, this is a current phase. In a few weeks, we'll open up to everybody. But right now, as we go through the kinks, because there is like a lot of features we turned out here. We're really cooking. So we just want to make sure it looks great, put our best foot forward, and have strong partners to check it out and tell us how, go through the kinks, and then we'll open it up. But fill out the form. We'll get back to you right away. Love to get your feedback.
Yeah, definitely. So here, okay, let's go over our call to actions, team. Okay. So we've got check out the posts on X and help us amplify. When we post on Hacker News, which will be shortly after this call or after this live stream, and I think I just saw Dr. Gorkum was on here. Here we go. Here's Dr. Gorkum with Blue Wave. Good to see you, man. We're gonna post on Hacker News right after this live stream, so please head over there if you're on there and engage and comment. That would be fantastic. Yeah. If you know anyone who uses, or any company that uses or could use something like this, or if they currently do, ask them what do they use now. Just help us get some feedback there, and also spread the word. And I think a fun one, like we were just saying, is if you see yourself on the distributed uptime app, well, take a little screenshot and say, "Here I am." That'd be fun to see everyone on X. Where are we checking in from? Yeah, I saw we have Pakistan here too. That's really awesome. And then what else? What are the other calls to action? There's just so much going on today that I feel like my brain's all over the place.
No, that was perfect. Yeah, basically, guys, we have an epic thread on X. Like and reshare it. That's awesome. Get your company sign up. That'd be amazing. And again, all the revenue we make with this, buybacks and burn UPT, and you guys can see it already. It really helps. Really helps with community. That's our tokenomics. So what we love for you guys is like there's a lot of noise out there. People are hungry for really great stories around DePIN utility with crypto. And this is an amazing use case, and we're the first one to do it, apply DePIN in this way. And it's a billion-dollar industry with uptime because, again, no one wants to know they're down before your customers do. You want to be able to respond quickly, and not just a red flag alert system. You also want to just have a community that just constantly let you know how your network is performing so you can constantly improve it too. So this is like performance monitoring and a red flag alert, the best damn red flag alert system ever. Yeah.
Yes. And we're calling it DePIN Precision.
Yep, exactly.
I love that. DePIN Precision. I think I saw Drew said something earlier too that I really liked. You can keep talking while I go search through the oh my gosh, Drew, you always have the funniest things. This was not it, but this is funny. Maybe the Viagra website might need some uptime monitoring.
Nice.
You just crack me up. Anyway, he had a really good one. We're also looking for like we talked about this last week. Taglines. Like we have a world's largest DePIN mobile DePIN network on Solana, but that's not a tagline. That's just a statement.
Yeah.
Like what's something like that's kind of like aspirational, like crystal clear vision with DePIN precision. Oh shit.
Did you just nail it?
That's pretty good. Nailed the landing on the first try.
Anyway, so if you guys have some suggestions, head over to our Contribute to Earn or our Discord. Maybe we'll put that on Contribute to Earn or something. But anyway, yeah we'll talk to Roz about that.
Precision.
Precision. Anyway, folks, I'm so excited to share this with everybody. I know this is probably going to be a shorter, well, unless we can stretch this out for another 30 minutes. This is a shorter stream this week, but for a good reason. We are very busy, and because we are absolutely going to be promoting the hell out of this today. So we are going to head over to Hacker News and back on X right after this call. Is there anything else you guys want to go over, Chris?
No.
Jen? Anybody in the chat?
Great, guys.
Any questions that I'm missing?
Yeah, fill out that form if you're interested. Share it. That'll be really awesome if you guys do that. And we're cooking, guys. So we're moving quick. Dr. Gorkin Blue Wave team is amazing. Like I said, almost 25% of the contributions come from outside contributors. This is going to be open. This is open source. The web scraper will be open source. We're really moving fast. So, So anyway, try. Yeah, call to action.
Actually, let me underline that a little bit. But we're so excited talking about what we've built that we didn't even talk about how we built it very much. I mean, maybe we have a little bit in the past, but all of this is open source. Obviously, not the routing backend that actually distributes the tasks inside the UpRock network, but all of the front end is open source. So if a company wants to run their own self-hosted version of this, they can, and they can still access the UpRock network. We've collaborated with Blue Wave Labs, which developed some of this front end, as well as designing. Jesse and Jen, who are amazing designers, designed all of this front end. But we're open sourcing virtually all of this because we build software to be better together as a community than we do individually. And we have been sponsoring bug bounties and like improvement requests on the uptime monitoring software. So of course you can come to prism.uprock.com and run the self-hosted version, which is going to be the right answer for the vast majority of people. You can take all this software, run it yourself. It's all out there in the public under a friendly license. And that is something that we intend to do. Sometimes, occasionally, we sit there and we go, should we open source this or not? But almost always, the answer we come to is yes, we should. Because if we can't run it well, then the software itself probably isn't. Keeping it secret isn't the big win there. So we love the community that's been collaborating with us on building this and bringing it to fruition. And we really believe in open source by and large.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes. Absolutely. And here's Drew. Thank you for putting this back in the chat. This is what Drew said. Prism, precision real info system monitoring.
Hey,
that's good. I like that.
Nice.
You can always count on Drew. All right. So let's see. And open source, like Chris said, open source, awesome. That's the way it is. And that's what Bon said. New era.
Yeah, cool.
All right,
right,
guys, we're super stoked. So thank you so much for tuning in. On this short stream. Sorry we were a little bit late, but very happy that you guys are here. Very happy to show you the live product. And yeah, you know your action items. We know ours. We're just gonna get back to work, everyone. So thank you so much for coming. As usual, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
See you next week, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.